It was still dark when the knock came at Judge Harrison Cole's front door. He was halfway through his morning coffee, bleary-eyed and wrapped in a thick robe, when the soft rapping pulled him from the dull quiet of his kitchen. He opened the door to find two kids, no more than 12 or 13, shivering on his porch. Their clothes were soaked from the rain, their faces pale and streaked with tears. The boy, barely taller than the girl beside him, looked up and whispered, "Our mom died this morning. She told us to find the judge. She said you'd know what to do." Harrison froze. For a long moment, he couldn't breathe. The air left his lungs in a painful gasp as the weight of recognition hit him like a storm. He knew exactly who their mother was. 22 years earlier. Before he was a respected judge with a reputation for being cold, distant, and strictly by the book, Harrison Cole had been a different man. A younger, more reckless man. A man who had made a mistake that changed someone's life forever. Her name was Elise Monroe. She had stood trembling in front of his bench all those years ago, barely 19, accused of theft. Single. Pregnant. Desperate. Harrison had looked at her file, poor, unemployed, no family, and without hesitation, sentenced her to 6 months in county jail. She had begged him for mercy. "Please," she'd said, "I have nowhere to go after this. Please don't take my baby's future too." But he didn't bend. He thought he was doing his job. He never saw her again. Until now. Back to the present. The two children stood silently as the storm raged behind them. Their hands were clasped tightly together. A worn, water-stained letter peeked out from the girl's coat pocket. She pulled it out and handed it to him with shaking fingers. He opened the letter slowly. "Dear Judge Cole. If you're reading this, I'm gone. These are my children, Sam and Lila. They have no one else. I told them to find you. Because despite everything, I believe you're a good man. I forgave you long ago. Please, don't let them go into the system. Please help them. Elise." He sank into his knees on the floor, the letter trembling in his hand. Guilt rose like a tide. He had spent 2 decades rising through the ranks, hiding from the consequences of one decision. But here they were, standing on his doorstep, asking him to do the one thing he had denied their mother, to care. A cold home and warmer hearts. He brought them inside. They ate toast and drank cocoa in awkward silence, the old clock ticking between them. The house was big, too big for a man who had lived alone for years. The kids barely spoke at first. They didn't trust him. Why would they? Sam, the older one, was guarded, angry. He slept with a kitchen knife under his pillow that first night. Lila, on the other hand, wandered the halls and stared at pictures on the wall, of Harrison with other judges, awards, ceremonies. Cold, empty achievements. They missed their mother terribly.